My name is Ian Chin, and welcome to the Baking Chin, the show that tries to show that baking is fun, easy, and I think rather appealing. So today we're going to make that great Irish bread, a soda bread. And a soda bread is a quick bread, which means instead of yeast or sourdough starter, it uses good old-fashioned baking soda as the leavener. That's right, baking soda. It's not just for getting rid of unwanted housely odors anymore. And this bread, incidentally, is so quick that it only takes, I'd say, about 1 hour from start to finish to make. Which is great when you get home and you want freshly made bread, but you don't want to wait for that rising and punching down and rising again that old-fashioned yeast bread makes you do. So, without further ado, let's get started. This recipe makes 2 medium loaves or 1 big loaf. First, preheat the oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Mix together 400 grams of white flour, 100 grams of whole wheat flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 2 teaspoons of salt. I have also added 1 teaspoon of baking powder because I'm also making a flavor soda bread as well, and I think it might need the extra lift. So once it's well mixed, add 420 to 430 milliliters of buttermilk until it forms into a soft dough. It should come together but not be a complete soup. Divide the dough into 2 equal pieces. Or if you're just making 1 loaf, just keep it as 1 big old loaf of bread. So, flour the table generously and round the first dough into a rough boule. Now, to make a flavored soda bread, I think I'm going to use some sharp cheddar cheese and some fresh jalapeno chilies. So, just take the cheese and the chilies and quickly knead them into the dough like so. Now, yet again, round the boule and set it aside. I'm going to leave the plain soda bread with just flour on top for a more rustic look. But for the jalapeno cheddar soda bread, I'm going to put a little egg wash to make it a little more refined looking. Now take a pair of scissors or a very sharp knife and cut 2 large slashes into the loaves. This will help them really open up beautifully and dramatically. And also for the cheddar cheese and jalapeno soda bread, why not add a little more cheddar cheese on top? I think it'll add a nice cheesy crust and some nice caramelized cheese flavor. Now bake at 425 degrees F for about 30 to 40 minutes. And here they are, the finished soda breads. As you can see, I've made a lot of different types of soda breads here. I have this classic white soda bread, and I have one that I just put a little bit of sesame seeds on top. Here I have more of a sweet Irish American soda bread. I've added some currants. And traditionally I would put some caraway seeds, but I've actually opted for some coconut for a little extra interest. And of course here I have the jalapeno cheddar soda bread, which is quite a break in tradition, but I think this is going to taste all very good. So without further ado, let's give these a bit of a try. Alright, I'm going to try the plain soda bread first, and you could cut this, but since it's already kind of in a cross shape, I could just break it in half. And I'll give it a bit of a try. That's awfully good. Rather plain, but also very moist, and this would not be amiss with a side of tomato bisque. I'll try this here. Jalapeno cheddar one. And the inside, you can see the jalapenos and the cheddar, and it's still moist from the oven, so it's still fairly melty, and tain't nothing wrong with that, I would say. Well, that's it for soda bread. And as you can see, with just a little bit of flour, buttermilk, baking soda, and salt, you can really make just a wide variety of really hearty, beautiful breads. And these breads really bloom up quite a bit, as you can see. I think I've even had some yeast breads that haven't quite risen quite as well as this. And when you're with your next stew or soup, or your next meal of that sort, and you're looking for some hearty bread to dip it in, I think in a pinch, not that I would know very much about pinches, this bread really does the trick. Not that I would know very much about tricks either. So, thanks very much for joining me today on The Baking Chin. My name is Ian Chin, and as always I wish you happy baking!
If this isn't love, I am Carmen Miranda. If this isn't love, it's red propaganda. If this is a dream, and if I should wake up, will you hear a hiss? Will my face be red if this isn't love?
Watermelon, watermelon, watermelon. Oh hey!